Okay, so all of the lights are done in here. I cannot wait to show you because it's kind of magical. Like oh you guys, it's so beautiful. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Caffeinated Classroom. This is going to be, I think, my second to last video in this 2018 classroom setup series, and it is by far the most requested. This video is going to be all about lighting in this classroom. I have said in other videos kind of some things that I'm doing with lighting, and I've gotten amazing suggestions from some of you guys as well, so thank you for that. I am going to go through with you today all the different things that we are doing for alternative, oh my gosh, if I could speak English, that'd be great. All the different things we are doing for alternative lighting in this classroom. I say we because my mom is here helping me. My reasons for alternative lighting and trying not to use the fluorescence, if at all humanly possible, are a few fold. Number one, I get really bad migraines and they are triggered by fluorescent light. Number two, I'm going to be teaching a high special ed population in one of my sections. So it's a collaborative class with a special ed teacher, and so many of those students will be on the autism spectrum, and I know that lights can be a huge trigger depending on what sorts of behaviors manifest. Lighting can be an issue there. And then fluorescent lights are gross. That's the third reason. That's what I got for you. So here's my mission right now. I am going to use these power strips that I have here to get everything laid out, and then there is a really cool little remote that goes to 3 different outlets. Yes, 3 different outlet covers, remote covers that I can then use to access these lights and turn them on and off without having to crawl on the ground and turn the power strips on and off every day. So that's one part. The lamps that you can kind of see, the floor lamps that are around the room, are going to be on this whole system. And then up above, which you can kind of see above me, oh, there we go. We are going to be putting Christmas lights, twinkle lights, all across the ceiling. And I think we're going to keep them up there just with clothespins. I've been waiting to do this because we needed to get a bin of these that my mom had gotten for a wedding she helped out with, of these lights from the dollar store. And we're like, oh, there's got to be at least 10 strings of lights in there. You guys, look at this. Each kid could have their own string of lights and wrap themselves up like a Christmas tree, and we'd still have extra lights. So that is very exciting. The other project that I'm going to be working on today is hanging up little signs that go with each of the bulletin boards in the areas in the room. So I will check in with you when that is all done. Yay. Okay, first stop on our lighting tour is going to be right above my teacher desk area. I have these 2 hanging cage pendants, and the pendants themselves are from IKEA. The light bulbs inside are from the dollar spot, you guys. I didn't want anything that was too bright because then it would really blind people, because these are just cages. But I also love the look of the Edison bulb. Yeah, so these were, they were a whopping $3, and they're kind of amazing. They're only 25 watts, so it's pretty great. The cords that they are hanging from are from Amazon, and they are this little guy, which I will link down below for you. 60 watt max. Well, we came clear under that now, didn't we? Here's the actual front of it. Classic pendant cord kit, 15-foot cord by Fantado. Yeah, and they're great. So the way that I'm putting them up is using binder clips, because why wouldn't a teacher use school supplies to hang lights? And you can see what I am doing. I am just binder clipping them to the metal. And then, so this one, the big one that I hung a while ago, goes all the way across the ceiling and then over to where I have that extension cord, and then you can see the Christmas lights that are kind of going up. And then I'm going to just kind of wrap that up with a twisty tie and let that hide down the side behind that page border. Yeah, I love the way it looks though. Look at how cool this is. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's all totally done. All right, on to step number 2. I'm starting to get a little bit sweaty. That's okay. Now I'm working on the twinkle lights that are up on the ceiling. So I will show you. Sorry, I know it's hard to look with the fluorescent lights, but you can see how they go zigzag back and forth across. What I am doing is I'm putting them up with clothespins, because the wood clothespins make me feel okay about it being attached to the metal little rail thing up at the top that the ceiling panels are in. And if there's a reason that I need to take them down, I can do so very quickly and very easily with clothespins, and it's not damaging anything. Okay, so they are up with clothespins, just like that. And they're as tight as I could get them. It doesn't, I'm not too worried about it. And then they go across at the wall. You can see this is my gallery wall, just to kind of show you where I'm at in the room. Then they go all the way across. There we go. And the way that I have them arranged, you can put 6 strings together for these particular strings, and they go, I only have 12 strings. So I have 2 sets of 6, and I'm having them run like down the wall to a power strip down at the bottom that is connected to my little remote thing. This is turning out really cool, and I cannot wait to show you what the finished product looks like because it's beautiful in here. Okay, I'm gonna finish and then I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, you guys, it's so beautiful. And it's like super warm and super welcoming. And I've been in here for a few hours. As you can see, I've gotten a little sweaty and like, I don't have a headache. And this is like the first time I can say that in my almost 12 years of teaching that I'm in a classroom and I don't have a twinge of a headache. I used to get headaches when I was younger, and then when I had kids, they got so much worse. And so this is revolutionary. Okay, I'm gonna walk you through everything. I have, let's see, 3 different types of lighting going on in here. I have the twinkle lights that are up on the ceiling and they're around a couple of boards. I have floor lamps. Okay, and then so I guess it's 4 types of lighting, because then I have the hanging pendants over my little desk area, and then I have these cool little desk lamps that I found at the dollar spot, and I will show you they're battery operated. They're amazing. Okay, let's take a tour. So you walk into the room, and mind you, it's almost 5 o'clock p.m. right now, so it's not full daylight, so it will be even brighter than this. But you can see across the ceiling are my 12 strings of lights, and I really only had to plug them into 2 different outlets, which is kind of awesome because I could do 6 strings together. You can see across here on this side of the room, I have 1, 2, 3 floor lamps that just plug in down on the ground. We need to put a couple strings of lights around this bulletin board, and I'll kind of clean up where the little things are hanging down. Same with the front board, and I'll talk to you about these desk lamps in just a second, like I said. You can see over on the far side of the room, that's where like my desk area is. And those hanging pendants, I get closer because this isn't doing them justice. They are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, is that beautiful? Oh, it's so pretty. And you can see where I need to like clean up where it's hanging and all the cords over there. But I just wanted to show you because I need to get home and make dinner for my kids and my husband, who's actually probably making dinner as we speak. And then I've got these 2 floor lamps. Well, I've got the 1 floor lamp in the corner, and then that one behind the flowers is an Eiffel Tower that I've had since like high school. And I love it. And then I have this applause sign that was actually my sister's. And as she is going to be a first-year teacher next year, hopefully she doesn't want it back after seeing this video. And this other floor lamp over here, those provide the perimeter and like the fill light from the ceiling. Then on all of the tables in the middle of the room, I have these pretty great lamps that I got from the dollar spot. And you can see it's just white light, and they are battery operated. So they're kind of great. And the kids can just kind of turn them on as they need them. And they really just fill in like the table itself with light. But even without them, there's plenty of light. I sat down and did a little bit of lesson planning for a minute just to see. And even with my blind eyes, and I need a new prescription for my contacts, it was still good. And I have my little like cheapy light box. Oh, look at this great thing. Okay, so we went all the way around the board, right? And they're plugged in back down under here. And then I put an extension cord behind the table, and it came up to here. And there are 3 long things of lights. So what I did is like the third one had a lot of slack, a lot of extra, and I didn't know what to do with it for it to end over at the corner over here. And my mother is a genius, and she took the extra and crumpled it up and put it in this mason jar, and it just creates this lovely glow at the front of the room, and it's really pretty. My little light box goes right with it, and it's just so beautiful. how many times can I say that word? I've never felt that way about a classroom before, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm so excited to be in here and have kids in here, and it just feels really warm, and it's all the things that I wanted it to be, and it makes me so happy. I might start crying, and that would be awkward and weird. Okay, so the last thing that I'll show you is what's making all of this really possible, because if I had to go and like manually plug in and unplug every single light every morning and every night, it wouldn't be happening. But I got this off of Amazon, and it is a remote outlet switch, and so there are 3 of them in the pack. I'll show you the back of the box as well. And so you can see what you do is you just plug it in, and then it remotely works. And the little remote is teeny tiny, so I'm gonna need to Velcro it or like magnet it somewhere and put like a ton of washi tape that's made with glitter all over it. But you can see it's got 1 on, 1 off, 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 3 off. Thank you for joining me. I hope that this is helpful and informative. I tried to answer all of the questions you might have. These lights that are up on the walls, I put those up just with push pins, and I just very carefully, so that I didn't pierce any of the cords, we just put them through. So I said in a couple of videos earlier that I was gonna try the light filters up on the ceiling, up on the fluorescent lights, and I kind of just decided not to, because I love the warmth of this and I like not using the fluorescents at all. So I didn't even end up ordering those light filters yet. I'm going with this, and it's pretty nice and cozy. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, please comment below if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and subscribe. I will do a full classroom tour with all the fun extra little projects that I've been working on the side closer to the beginning of school, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!